me all right? Spear 1 2 3, spear 1 2 3, spear 1 2 3.
That is going to be the best mic check for anyone to do now.
Every week. Nah, welcome back, bro. Hazy Logic Wrestling. We didn't really cut a Friday one or a Monday one, didn't move the needle too much. So I guess we'll just talk about them both today real quick.
Man, I just made you watch that Javon Evans Obafemi match from tonight on NXT. That really got me more hyped than anything I watched on Friday and Monday. So I wanted to start with the high point at least. Start off in a good mood.
For sure, man. Yeah, you hit me up. You're like, I'll wait till we record, watch this real quick. It's only like 15 minutes. I don't normally watch the NXT stuff, but it was a good match. I definitely enjoyed it. And there's a lot of hype. It just ended, right? Like 20, 30 minutes ago. There's a lot of hype right now on Instagram and Reddit. People are going crazy for it. So yeah, pretty dope. Glad you turned me on to it.
Yeah, man, I loved it. That was one of my favorite matches of the year, like across all brands, because I thought there were just so many good like story points to it, just through the match itself. Just kind of setting up Javon as the underdog, obviously already like working up against it. He's Oba's clearly the stronger kind of powerhouse going into the match, and then
Mhm.
Javon's just scrappy as all fucking hell though. Like, and man, he hits those cutters out of nowhere. There were quite a few spots where there were reversals and false finishes that it had me on my feet yelling at the TV. So it definitely got me all pumped up. And the uh, the end after he hit that cutter and the super cutter went for the pin. And 1 2, Ricky yanks the freaking ref out of the match, dude. That came out of nowhere. Uh Up till now, Ricky has been a face, so this was like the heel turn, you could say. So especially if you've been following the program, that moment hits even harder. Because you're like, is Javon gonna actually get this and pull it out just to have it out from him? So it was yeah, dude, that was a crazy match for me.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Ricky Saints, didn't he just go up against Obafemi? So Obafemi got the belt from him, right?
Obafemi just won the belt back at Deadline on Saturday. Yeah. So they
So
had
out
a
of
they
that, he
had
would.
a pretty good match. I would say I liked their last match where Ricky won the belt more than that one, but it was still good.
Weird that he would help out Oba win then, right?
He just didn't want Javon to get it, I think. And this kind of like wasted Javon's shot because Javon won the Iron Survivor match at Deadline, and that should have put him in for a match for the belt on New Year's Evil, which is the kind of NXT PLE that's going to be coming up at the end of the year. And
Oh.
he decided to call his shot early tonight. He wanted to do it now. Why wait? So that was why we just got this impromptu Javon Evans versus Obafemi match tonight. And Ricky started off trying to talk him out of it and then started hyping him up into it. So I think Ricky was already planning to go ahead and betray him then. So I don't know. This is the beginning of a Ricky Saints heel turn, which should be pretty good.
So what are you thinking? I mean, I guess I'll just give my opinion since I don't know much about it and it'll be really fast, but what are your thoughts on the Saturday night main event crossover exhibitions? I'm assuming one will win, one will lose. We were kind of talking a little bit about it before we hit record, and then we're like, oh, let's hit record. But we both realize that they're exhibition matches for a reason. So I'm thinking that gives WWE champion not that bad of a look if they lose, and I'm assuming Bailey will lose and Cody Rhodes will win, but what are your thoughts on these matches?
Yeah, Sol Ruka getting a win on Bailey would be huge for her. And I don't think it would really hurt Bailey at all. So I could definitely see Bailey taking a loss there, showcase some crazy soul snatcher or something. Um, as far as Cody versus Oba, I think Oba should win. Um, like Cody Rhodes is Cody Rhodes, and I don't think a loss to Oba is gonna hurt him too much. And when Oba does move to main roster, I think that automatically like puts a chip on his shoulder against it. So I think that could set up something in the future, even if this is just an exhibition match now. So I think it would be a lot of fun to see Oba come in and win that. Which hey, he just crushed that win tonight, and we're gonna see him look strong going into it.
I don't know their plans for Obafemi or when he would go to the WWE, if at all, since he just got the title right now. But I think it would be great if he beats Cody Rhodes and then he kind of gets him on an exhibition that doesn't really matter, right? And then when he goes to WWE, now they can have a whole storyline where obviously Cody Rhodes will probably beat him and get a big, powerful youngster under him. But if I had to put my money on it, I just don't think they're gonna have Cody Rhodes lose. But I guess that's the exciting part about it, right?
We got that tag team match that's gonna be, I think that's probably gonna be match of the night, like honestly. That one's gonna be crazy with Javon Evans and Leon Slater, who's the other young guy from TNA. He's just as crazy as Javon. They're both super talented and just kind of going to be skyrocketing for a while. And then taking on AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I think that's just going to be a killer match, man. I'm really, really, really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I hope the tag team champions are nice and stretched out and ready for that one because the youngsters are going to give them a hell of a time, I'm sure. But yeah, so that was pretty exciting matchup. Thanks for telling me about it. It was a good one to check out. I guess we'll move our way on to what we've been avoiding, talking about last Friday night SmackDown and today, this week's Monday Night Raw. We're about 24 hours off of Monday Night Raw this week. You want to go ahead and start out with Friday Night SmackDown?
Yeah, let's start out with SmackDown, man. Just kind of some moments that caught me. One, the Cody attacking McIntyre in his car, I thought was just hilarious for a spot. Um, just to have Cody immediately like go inside and cut a promo in the ring, calling Drew the resident cockroach, you just can't get rid of, and he's gonna stomp him out. So he wants Aldis to reinstate Drew that way he can have that match. What were your thoughts on that?
I'm a sucker for backstage shit, whether or not I like the wrestler or the current situation that they're in with whoever they're having a promo with. I just like the backstage stuff. I like the more violent or aggressive stuff. So I'm a sucker for stuff like that. I definitely did enjoy it. But I overall, as far as like hype, just me personally and my bitter old wrestling fanness. I'm not super stoked for it. Like, I thought it was a dope promo, but I'm like, man, here we go again with Drew. Like, isn't this guy supposed to be suspended? Here we go again. Now Cody's gonna personally ask him to be unsuspended, and that'll make it all work out, right? Because when Drew did it to Cody, he's suspended forever. But when Cody does it to Drew, it's fair and we'll go ahead and grant your wish, Cody. He can be reinstated. So I'm on Drew's side about that, bro. That's just corporate Cody working against the man again, working with the man again, I should say. But yeah, I'm not too stoked on McIntyre versus Cody again, but I know we're gonna get it no matter what. I know everybody's talking about like WrestleMania will be Cody versus Roman Reigns 3, which it's not that I'm opposed to it, but I'm definitely opposed to it this many times in this many years. So looking forward in my like bitterness, oh shit, here we're gonna go like we're gonna get Cody versus Drew, and then we're gonna get Cody versus Roman. But overall, the promo, I did like it, and I love the backstage stuff.
Yeah, I think it also opens just to like talk about Saturday night's main event a little bit. We're gonna have Cody versus Oba. The way to keep both of them from eating a loss is just to have someone get involved in the match and get the match thrown out. I think it is very likely that Drew either gets involved or Ricky Saints gets involved from NXT, or we have someone else kind of butt in and maybe get the match DQ'd or no contest, like just get thrown out. And that's how we kind of protect both of them. I think that's maybe likely to happen too.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be wrong on this, but we just saw or Javon Evans match get messed up for his shot. So maybe Javon Evans returns the favor and messes up Oba's chance to win. You know what I mean?
Oh
Who
man,
knows?
God, a Javon Evans heel turn. I wouldn't be ready for that. That'd be awesome though. I would love it.
Yeah, I doubt
But
it'll happen, but he's already in the building, so
hey, it's that's some pretty good story there. But
yeah.
we got we had a vignette with Damian Priest and Rhea getting back together as the Terror Twins to go after Aleister Black and Zelina. Uh, I think this just stacks up more of, I've talked about it before. I think that this entire year has been slowly building up a mixed tag division, and I think like having the Terror Twins pop up now is just one more, mixed tag team to go into that division. So I think it's cool to see them back together again.
Good and the bad, pros and the cons. Good, bad, pros and cons, glows and grows, right? The good, the Terror Twins, dope, mixed tag, gonna be good as shit either way, man. Doesn't matter who they go up against, whether you like them or not, whether you like the story or not. We're here to watch wrestling. It's gonna be some good wrestling. It's gonna be entertaining. You particularly have been bringing up a lot, advocating for this mixed tag. It's happening. It's here. It's coming. All that's great stuff. The bad. I mean, it's like they want to give Rhea as one of their most popular wrestlers everything to help everybody else or to help herself out without giving her a dope independent solo run. And it is so annoying. Like we have Rio, we have Terror Twins. I mean, she is tied to everything and helping everybody except herself. That's the only thing that irritates me. It just comes to at the end of the day, I want to see Rhea Ripley do her own thing, but and they got her tied up with a bunch of shit. But it'll be a good match, and I know I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of it.
So I feel like when I started watching, it was in the middle of Rhea Ripley doing her own thing, and I really enjoyed that. And so I'm also enjoying getting to see her do something different with EO. And I think me getting to watch the Terror Twins kind of have a match, which I think is all it's really going to be until we do build like a kind of mixed tag division. But I think it's really just going to be like random mixed tag matches more than I don't know, some big feuds going and they're not going to be competing in other stuff. So I think all it does is allow the women's single which is pretty stacked on Raw right now. It gives that whole division there time to let some other people kind of get up to the top and get some time on TV because obviously that's limited, even though we keep getting some garbage matches. Uh, they could be using that time to get more people over. But having Rhea do some other stuff, I don't know, doesn't hit me quite as hard. I know she's gonna get back to the singles run. I know she's gonna get back to being champion. So I'm just kind of enjoying the ride with Rhea. She's not going anywhere. She is so massively over with the crowds and the fans. She's only gonna get bigger. So I'm just enjoying the ride. This is all gonna go down in Rhea's history. So it just makes it a little more interesting.
And I love it too, but we've already seen it for so long. She's been helping people out and not doing her own thing. So I feel, unfortunately, like this is gonna last the entirety of 2026 with her and other people. However, I pray that I am wrong.
Yeah, man, I mean I think you probably are wrong. I think I think we're gonna see her kind of go off and do her own singles run. I just think it's probably gonna be like post WrestleMania, which that's only the first quarter of the year. So I mean we still got a lot of year after that. And I mean she had a good singles run all the way up through Evolution this year. So that was when that really kind of started seeing this thing with her and EO go on. So I mean that was pretty deep and that was about half the year that she was doing singles and about half the year she was doing some stuff with other people. So I don't know. I don't feel like it's been that long since she's been doing it. So I'm ready for it for a little bit longer, but we're gonna see her get back to doing her own thing. Back to SmackDown though. We had a match with Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes for the Open Challenge. And I thought that was my match of the night, dude. That it was really good on both sides. Hayes had some really solid moves in there that hit like a perfect super kick. Um, him getting booted into the post out of the ring was pretty crazy, and Dragunov was just dominating him. Um, Mello was selling so incredibly well, though. His matches are just a lot of fun to watch.
We got two athletes in their primes, showcasing their skills, and they did a great job, right? One's like 32, one's 31. I enjoyed the match. I also thought it was a pretty fun one to watch. What I didn't like was just the whole setup, them, Mello having drama backstage with who was it? It was Champa basically, right? That they were setting some stuff up
Ciampa,
with.
who comes out and screws up the match and gets it all thrown out, and Ilya gets hella pissed too, because he didn't want to win that way. So I thought that was kind of funny. After the match, Ilya was watching the monitor as he's like going to the back room and sees the replay and sees Ciampa hit Hayes, and Ilya gets hella pissed. So I think that's just going to build into this thing with Ciampa even more, which we do see backstage a little bit later. He demands that match with Ciampa because he wants to destroy him. Their back and forth was great. I did want to call out that Spike DDT on the apron looked disgusting. It looked really brutal. I was like worried for for Dragunov for a minute there when he hit that. Like he took that hard and that was right on the edge of the apron.
Yeah, the match itself I really enjoyed. I think I gave it a B. The storyline itself, I'm just over it. Like, I don't like how long it's been taking for Dragunov with this Axiom, DIY. It's been weeks, bro. Like over a month. We've every week it's the same people, and instead of like finishing it or getting to the finish, now they've essentially just tied Carmelo Hayes into it. So now we have a fourth party, and that fourth party with the rest of them is just gonna mix it up for another bunch of weeks. And yeah, that part itself I'm not really into. I think Mello is our Oba, is our Javon Evans here right now in the company. And he could be doing amazing things. He could be looking great every week. He could be on top if they really want him to, and they could actually be building a star in WWE. Instead, I'm supposed to be happy that he was just in the last time is now a tournament and takes an L to Gunther. And then right after that, I'm supposed to be happy that he goes and gets a championship opportunity versus Dragunov and takes an L right there too, right? And because of Ciampa, he takes an L. So now he's going to be tied up in this thing. I'm positive they're going to keep the belt on Dragunov, and that stuff I'm not into, man. I want to see these guys have a run of their own, and I want to see them doing good. So I didn't like that too much. I know a lot of people do, but storyline whack, match itself, I give it a B, and I liked it.
All right, well, let's move on. So we had oh yeah, we had a little backstage with LA Knight hitting the all right, assuming that Matthew McConaughey was there in Austin. I thought that was pretty funny. And then had a little John Cena vignette afterwards. More of the like interviews with other people talking about Cena and stuff. I thought it was cool seeing Kevin Owens in there though.
Yeah, I did. I don't have much on that. But yeah, it was cool the LA Knight promo. Obviously, it didn't matter in the end, but yeah.
Yeah, in the end, we know what happened with LA Knight. So I'm still very optimistic with him. I think that they've spent a hell of a lot of time with him on television for someone that they're going to bury. Um, as much as people want to talk about how they're writing him story and booking him and everything, dude's been putting on crazy good matches. Yeah, he's been eating some losses, but someone's got to win and someone's got to lose, and that's just the way they're writing it out. But I've been enjoying the show with it. I love him as a character. I'm always going to be rooting for him. He's eternally underdog at this point, and that just builds up the fan support even more. So even with all the stuff that happened, as far as him and Gunther goes, as far as him and Logan Paul and this match that we had last night, just talking about LA Knight in general, I think that we're going to see a comeback at Royal Rumble, and I am hopeful that he's going to get that championship run. They've been putting a lot of energy into showing him with these feuds with the Vision. That, of course, was spent a lot of the time this year with him and Seth Rollins and the Vision too. And I think just to remind everyone of that, have the Vision put a big beat down on him last night is just setting him up to have that big baby face comeback. So I don't know. I'm going to be optimistic because the other way of me looking at it is just me being pissed off at the product, and yet I'm still going to watch every week anyways. And that seems kind of miserable.
Oh man, LA Knight, bro. Where do I even begin here? It's, if you haven't been able to tell already, I'm gonna play bad cop in this whole entire episode, right? I'm just like, what the hell, man? But anyways, as somebody, let's go again, good and bad, pros and cons, glows and grows. As somebody who literally got so frustrated with this product, I did not watch WWE for like 16 to 18 years, okay? As somebody who has come back, they didn't write LA Knight off. He's not going to never come back to the WWE. Where the hell else is LA Knight going to go? Is he going to go to another company owned by WWE? Is he going to go to AEW and start taking barbed wires and thumbtacks and jumping off of two stories on top of flaming tables? Do you see that for LA Knight? Because I don't. I think we all heard John Cena say, "Man, I give a lot of credit to LA Knight. This guy's got more matches than anybody in the company this entire year. He's got like 70 something matches. The WWE needs LA Knight. The WWE, but look at what's happening with Roman Reigns, man. Oh, he's so big. Does he need a reason to have a champion opportunity? No, he doesn't. But you've also dragged his character through the mud for like half a year. So with that said, you can only do that so long until the crowd is over it. They know what to expect, and you're not getting that support. You're not getting the merch sales. You're not getting all that stuff. Do I believe that LA Knight is gonna come back and win the freaking Royal Rumble in Saudi and actually get to win that belt? Hell no, I don't believe that. And that right there is as good as it gets for us fans of LA Knight. If he would wanted to get rid of him, he would not be getting these looks. That's for damn sure. He should be happy he's in the top wrestling league. He should be happy that he's here in our faces, in our families' faces every single week. And I'm happy for that. And I'm happy to see him do that. I'd rather have him, like I'd rather have Karrion Kross instead of Aleister Black. And believe me, they'll find somebody else really quickly to do the job. Oh, we randomly remembered he's in a feud versus a Vision. Why wasn't LA Knight in Survivor Series? We forgot that the entire time. He's been beefing with them for all this time. Oh, now we remember it again so they can beat the crap out of him again. I'm supposed to be happy that LA Knight is beefing versus a Vision and getting his ass beat. I'm supposed to be happy that LA Knight gets thrown in the last time is now tournament, only gets to go far because people are injured, goes against The Miz twice. I mean, the hype was that he beat Jey Uso. And now he gets his ass beat. Thank you for letting him get his ass beat by multiple people, I guess, to make him look decent. And he has to tap out to Gunther. Okay, well, we need Gunther to be able to have this whole is he going to tap out John Cena thing, which I don't even care about now. But like I already told you in text when I'm ranting, Jey Uso tapped out Gunther. Or how quickly we forget the entire arena for multiple weeks yelling, you tapped out, you tapped out, you tapped out. We don't give a shit who you're tapping out now, bro. I don't know. I'm irritated with the LA Knight situation. He's not going to go away forever, but this is as good as it gets. There's not a chance in hell he wins the Rumble and actually gets to get a belt. There's not a chance in hell he's going to beat CM Punk in Chicago for Elimination Chamber. That's just my 2 cents and my bitterness.
Damn, you got like deep bitterness there.
There you go, bro. It's the hate is real in my heart. about LA Knight.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, I think Ellie Knight and Logan Paul had one of the best matches of the night. I thought the match itself was really good. They both put on really good matches. Um, I thought Logan Paul was getting pretty over there on Raw. The backstage stuff was pretty funny too. And honestly, I thought his match with Gunther was also one of the best matches of the night. They both put on a killer match. So I think if we're just looking at the matches that they're putting on and they're putting on things that are entertaining to watch, I think they're killing it. So I don't know. I'm still on the LA Knight train and I'll keep riding it. We'll see
I
where it
mean,
goes.
there was this hilarious fan bro who was like right by the camera that night. Did you hear him?
Dude, that guy had me cracking up.
The entire night.
He
Love that guy.
he was the best heckler, like, and he must have been like he knew exactly where to aim his voice to get it onto that mic
It was
because
brilliant.
that dude had the best comedic timing. Like as soon as Gunther would stop talking, where you would normally hear a what chant, you just hear this guy going, "Not you." It just
Yeah.
fucking cracking me up, dude. That was super entertaining, I will say.
Yeah, the not you or the it would just be paused because you suck or like not gonna happen when talking about tapping out or yeah, tapping out Cena. That guy
Yeah.
continuously cracked me up segment after segment the entire night. I will pay for him. The entire WWE universe needs to get together like how Green Shirt guy pays for those premium seats they came out with on the Nikon. We need that guy by the camera every single week. Love that for us. But yeah, that was dope. Gunther promo. I mean, Gunther's never been known for his promos, but it is what it is.
I thought it was a pretty good promo. I thought the whole bit with him saying that Cena was the best sports entertainer in the world, but he's the best professional wrestler in the world. I thought it had some heat. It definitely pulled up and like I thought it was a good promo.
Hey man, one thing I will give him is the same criticisms everybody had for John Cena when they said he did 5 moves. We'll have those same goddamn criticisms for Gunther when he's done, bro. I mean, that guy does chop 75% of the match. He does an bomb. He does like, I mean, that guy does like 5, 6 moves tops anyways as well. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. I guess we don't have to go into details about what we think will happen at Saturday Night Main Event because that'll take us forever. But I think it'll be dope if John Cena passes out instead of taps out. That's the only thing I'll say. I'll keep it to one sentence.
I think he can beat Gunther. I think that might have been the whole reason to have Gunther go over LA Knight in the first place is because I nobody liked seeing LA Knight lose to Gunther. Nobody liked seeing LA Knight get stomped by the Vision. Nobody would have really liked to see LA Knight get beat by John Cena. And if maybe the idea is that Cena took the L against Dom, um, got a win, got a loss, took the elegance Dom so that he could win this last match. See, if we'd had him going in against someone else, I thought maybe he would lose, like against LA Knight. But going up against Gunther, I think he's gonna win. I think that the story is that in the end, maybe the good guy does win. I think that would be like the most poetic ending, anyways. Is just it's an exhibition match. It's his final match. There's no story really tied to this. Let him win. Gunther doesn't even need to be put over. Gunther is already a big heel. As much as you love him, hate him, or whatever he is, he's one of the bigger heels in the company because you know that they'll probably have him win. And so when he does take the L, it means that much more. So how much did it mean for Jey Uso to make Gunther tap out? Like that launched Jey Uso. Now we saw where that went, but it had its moment and it definitely counted for a lot because we had watched Gunther beating the hell out of Jimmy, beating him bloody, choking him out while Jay was like chained to the thing. That whole feud was good, man. I got me hooked onto it. So And that got me rooting for Jey Uso. That got me eating too, man. It made him the underdog. Nobody liked him once he got to the top, but everyone was rooting for him to get there. And then having Gunther go in here, man, I think having John Cena beat Gunther would be the send the crowd home happy that you get at a house show. Except for send the crowd home happy is everybody and it's John Cena's final match. And I think that would just be an awesome end to the show.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't expect anything at all, but everybody and their mom and their grandma and their little brother wants John Cena to win this match. I mean, they owe it to us too, to be honest with you. Like,
You
he has done
yeah,
so many
you
favors for WWE this year, like especially after all these interviews have come out. Like he wanted to do all these dates. Maybe the 200 and something dates aren't realistic. He was going to do a crap load more. They made it so he did not. He wanted to come to all these different cities. They made it so he didn't come to these cities. They only needed him the 36 dates, which is absolute garbage. He's done them favors. He got freaking, I mean, Brock Lesnar destroyed him, but I get it. There's only so many megastars. There's like two or three left. They should be building up new people. We already got Cena leaving. What do we have left? Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar. Like that's pretty much it. He did a favor for Cody Rhodes, made him look great after
Randy.
stagnant, right? Oh yeah, Randy. But I mean, Randy, look what they've done to his character this year. And then
I know.
he also did a favor for Dominic. So in my opinion, he put both Dominic and Cody Rhodes over when Cody Rhodes should have already been over. But he did it on another level. And in my opinion, he kept Brock Lesnar looking powerful because it's Brock and we're gonna have him for another year or two. And then they owe
Bro
it to
had
him.
like the best match of the year with AJ Styles. Like if you weren't excited to watch like AJ Styles wrestle the end of his career going out to a retirement here, after that match with Cena, you sure as hell were. You know that AJ's bringing it if you didn't already.
Yeah, so they owe it to him, I feel like. But we're on the same page, man. I want Cena to win.
And I think we all do. And yeah, that's what they usually do with Gunther is they get you really hooked and then they disappoint you with Gunther. But for Cena's last show, for it being, I think the last show on Peacock in general, 'cause the end of the year here. And yeah, I just think it would be really shitty to have Gunther win, but that's the thing. I guess we'll wait and see on Saturday. And we can talk about it then. But yeah, we had we had some other stuff on Raw though. We had Io and Kairi Sane, which it was a good match. It just didn't really do anything for me story-wise, and uh, I'm not super looking forward to what they're doing next. I don't think they've done enough to build up Asuka and Kairi to be these big bads that they were. I felt like the story kind of fizzled out after I mean they built all this stuff up, misting Io, and then they had this match, and that was just it. And it was over. And like even the beef at War Games, it just didn't feel like it had any legs to it anymore. Like I don't know what happened, but they just kind of let it go. I think it was maybe Rhea being out with the broken nose kind of let that whole story fizzle out, but they didn't do anything to build it back up and make me care about it. So I thought the match was good in itself. It's Io Sky and Kyrie. They're both good, but I don't know. It didn't really excite me.
I thought it was absolute trash. The match itself wasn't too bad, but I'm over it, bro. It's like, what are we getting ready for War Games? Are we building beef versus people now? We just finished
Uh,
War Games. What is the
yeah.
point? What was the point of War Games? None of these people have anything figured out. Every week we have heels versus heels. We have baby faces versus baby faces. Now we're going to this. Who are the tag team champions? Because you make them look pretty weak when they lose to everybody every week in any match that doesn't matter. It's like we have all these tags that are looking powerful of people that shouldn't even be together in a tag team. And then we have these tag teams that are legit tag teams that could be doing great together, and we make them look weak. There's no real storyline. I'm over it, bro. It's gonna be the same crap. We're gonna see the same people versus each other again. I have to literally sit here every week and just say, Chris, just enjoy the match. Pretend you don't know the stories. Pretend you're just on here looking at two wrestlers and you're just hoping to see some good old-fashioned wrestling. That's what I try to tell myself every week because man, they be irritating the hell out of me with these stories. But yeah, more of the same and we're gonna get more and more of the same too. So nothing much there. What do we
They're
have next?
they're they're always dropping the ball somewhere. Whether it's the women's US championship, which they gave to Chelsea Green, and I mean, she's all she did was get kind of smushed by Jade. Uh, like I like having Chelsea. If they at least give her backstage stuff, I'm happy. But like, come on, it's one of your belts. They let Judgment Day hold the tag team belts for how long? Finn and JD. We both know Finn and JD can go. We both know that they can dominate. We both know they put on killer matches every time they're in the ring, and yet they never booked them. And they're just doing the same thing here with Kyrie and Asuka. They're a tag team with tag team champions, and what are we doing? We're giving them a bunch of singles matches. Like, what the hell? Have a
Yep.
tag team match. I'm gonna go on the fucking rant now because this is getting ridiculous. At least we're getting AJ and Dragon Lee in a tag match. I will say they're at least holding that up. But that's what I say. They do one thing well a little bit and they drop all the other balls. Like these guys need to learn how to juggle.
Yeah, they really do. Apparently they cannot. It's just tag team time in their head. So they're juggling three huge tag team balls. We got flirting with mixed tags. We got men's tag division. We got a women's tag division. We're just putting everybody in tags right now. The Usos are back in the tag, which won't last long. But hey, everybody's in a tag team now, right? But
I'm
uh,
fine with tag team shit, but at least have tag team matches. You got tag teams that aren't even having tag team matches. You're having them in singles matches, while the singles division is hardly getting matches at all and could be using a boost. So I just don't know what the hell we're doing with the booking on these shows as far as the matches themselves.
yeah, I kind of felt like that. I don't even want to go on another rant, but um, and anyways, man, yeah, it's a little frustrating, but it was what it was. It wasn't anything. We just see too much of the same thing over and over, and there's no reason why because of what you just said. There's belts that we're not seeing. We don't need to see the same thing 5 weeks in a row every Monday, the exact same thing. We don't need that. I get it. Before it was too fast. Triple H likes the long game. This is too long. There's no reason we shouldn't see every belt getting shown off every other week at least. Switch up the storylines.
The next thing we had was Rey Mysterio coming out for his match with Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Logan coming out to take care of Rey. He gets him off guard, gets him in the ring. Rey starts fighting back, gets the kick, hits him into it, goes to do the 619, and all of a sudden we got Masked Man sighting number two, hitting Rey with a super kick and then a stomp. Uh, yeah, Logan gets the knucks and hits Rey, knocks him out. Standing there when LA Knight's music hits, coming out to save Rey, setting up that match with Logan tonight. I loved all of this ultimately. This part of the show, I thought was fun. It was unexpected. I thought it helped build up LA Knight versus the Vision feud to build it, and we all saw where the fuck that went. We already talked about that, but this segment on its own, I liked it. Other than the fact of like, what the hell happened with Finn Balor, and then you see a backstage with him and Dom. Oh, that was after Raquel comes backstage after getting her shot at Stephanie. And yeah, Finn's just like, well, didn't have to go out there and have that match. That's good. Logan took care of that for me. I thought that was pretty funny too.
Great match.
Yep.
Thought it was funny. Logan Paul with his bendy. They made it so obvious in this episode that the it was like a foam or some kind of like a bendy gold brass knuckles. I didn't like that, but it's WWE. It was funny. Overall,
I
though,
I
man,
must have missed that.
Yeah,
entirely.
it was so obvious, and then people were like zooming in and spreading it all around everywhere. But Logan Paul's good, man. I mean, he is so he's gonna be
No,
big, man. I feel like people hating on my
yeah,
boy.
and that's the thing. Like, yeah, we can be mad at what all of this does to LA Knight, of course. But what does all of this do for Bronson Reed and Logan Paul and Braun Breaker? Because they're the ones that they're building up right now, and it is at LA Knight's expense. Don't get me wrong. But I think it is gonna see, and that's where I'm gonna be the optimist here because I still think all of this still builds LA Knight up. And this, I know you were saying, yeah, we're probably gonna have him go back to doing mid-card stuff and blah. And I know you were going on your rant, but they have had him consistently in the main event space most of the year, feuding with people with championships or in the main, like people that have held championships recently or are going for him. He's in the picture. Now he keeps getting shafted, and yeah, they can only do that for so long, but there can only be one championship at a time. And he is still being kept in the conversation. Now, whether that is by us, the fans, or by WWE, I know everyone loves to trash on Triple H, but I think that they're still keeping them in that space for a reason. Now, whether that is to placate the fans to keep us just from rioting entirely, or if it is because they do have longer term plans. And yeah, maybe we're not happy with how fast those plans are panning out for us, and things change too quickly for us to know that it's gonna have any payoff in the long run, but I'm still holding just the sliver, the tiniest sliver of hope right now that there is a bigger picture to all of this and that LA Knight, either through sheer perseverance and will, comes out on the other side of this better than he went into it. And I think that if anyone is going to put him over, you can at least count on him putting himself over. Through all of this, though, we haven't gotten the normal LA Knight like social media stuff. Like he's over because WWE's booking of him is putting him in the conversation for us to root for him. If they wanted to truly bury him, he wouldn't even be on television. We've seen them do that to other people. So that's my argument back on it again. I know we keep going back and forth because I keep struggling with it inside anyways. And of course, we also are talking about it a lot because that was a big proponent of both shows, Friday and yesterday.
Yeah, I'll finish it off before I say some good things about this, which with why it gets me so mad. There's these words that people throw around a lot, right? That we like to say, that we like to throw out. This guy's a jobber, this guy's a jobber. Just different things that we say in WWE,
It's a
that
job, man. Your job is to go out there and wrestle and tell the story. Of course, they're all jobbers. That's like my biggest, they're all out there to do their job. It just depends on the writing. It is one of, I hate that term so much just because it's like, yeah, of course they're fucking out there to do their job.
yeah, and
I don't
like
know, man.
everybody who's not the WWE champion, then there's only so many belts, right? So then what? If you don't have a belt, you're a jobber. So I get that. And that's the point of view that I like to keep. But when
Yes.
it is so obvious and in your face, it pisses me off. Like if you look up I'm gonna type out right now on Google, what is considered a WWE jobber? Right? And when I press enter, this is AI's overview. In WWE and in wrestling in general, a jobber is a wrestler whose primary role or job is specifically to lose matches to make their opponents look stronger. Now, normally when I complain, you're just a bitter Reddit, Twitter, what do they call it? IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community, person that's negative about everything. Everybody's a job in your eyes. It's literally like they're making LA Knight the AI version of a WWE jobber. I think Gunther said it best in his promo on Friday night to WWE fans and Universe. Let me look this one up too. He said, um, it is basically a foregone conclusion, right? that I am going to defeat LA Knight. And don't get me wrong, it was a foregone conclusion. We all knew it months ago.
That's
When you look up the definition for a foregone conclusion, a result that can be predicted with certainty. That is the problem. I should not be able to sit down every Monday and Friday, and the next 6 months of WWE is a foregone conclusion in my mind. There is a problem there with creative. It is taking too long and it is too predictable. If Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble in Saudi, if you know, Elimination Chamber is gonna get beat by CM Punk in his hometown of Chicago, it's a foregone conclusion. It is not entertaining. The storyline is not entertaining. And why do we love wrestling? Because it's half sports and half entertainment, and I need both to make me happy. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll leave the ending to you. But what I liked a lot was it does build up the vision. Let me go on a little shitting of the vision as well, okay? Why do we have Logan Paul coming into a freaking room and tell, hey guys, did you see me? Did anybody see me get hit last week? You know what I mean? Who's supposed to be leading the vision? Who speared Seth Rollins? Who's getting and then last week, Logan Paul and Paul Heyman are leading them out. Like this is supposed to be a leader of the vision. They need to make this guy lead the vision in Braun Breaker. They need to give Braun Breaker better merch, first of all, because the badass Braun Breaker stuff is just giving too much like 2002 deathcore, like I hate you, F your mom, whatever the heck, like large font T-shirt stuff. Like they just need to do a better job, bro. I like the match itself. It's fun. I'm such a sucker for backstage stuff. If I didn't know any storyline, and this was the first week because you're my friend and you convinced me to watch WWE again for the first time in 19, 20 years, I'd be all in because I love the backstage. I love watching him get smashed by this big, powerful group. But when I'm watching it, you're just pissing me off. I'll leave it at that.
all right. I want to throw out some facts. So I straight up looked up LA Knight's win-loss record this year. And dude, he's not a jobber. And I'll just pull this out here because it's pretty crazy. He's had I don't even know. I need to see the numbers and actually add them up and see which one's greater. But let's see. He defeated Shinsuke, Tama Tonga, Jacob and Tama Tonga. We had him beat The Miz. We had him beat The Miz again. Santos Escobar. Oh man, he beat The Miz hella times this year. If anyone's jobbing out, it's The Miz.
All right, I'm
He
sorry to
took
do
he
this.
took our he took out Camelo and Jacob. He beat Shinsuke a hella more times. Those are all on live shows.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
wouldn't call him a
No.
jobber. He's getting some wins this year. It's just
Yeah.
not who we want him to get the wins against.
Um,
But yeah, I mean him and CM Punk tagged against Jay and Jimmy. I forgot about that. That was back in October and they won.
I want to talk about one thing before we close this out and make a comparison. Jade Cargill, right? We're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with her
Oh
squashing
my God,
essentially
dude.
the same group. We have BFAB,
I'm
correct?
tired of it already. I'm
BFAB.
already tired of it.
Okay, that's how I feel with Dragunov. I feel like there are two types of teams, two types of camps in this WWE universe, and everybody's so against each other. It's the same thing. It's like,
Dragonov is putting on amazing matches to compare that to being the same thing of Jade going out and squashing people.
but
There is
Dragunov is
no comparison there, dude. No comparison at all in my book. Like,
okay.
and that's not throwing any shade on Jade. She's doing squash matches because they're making her do squash matches to build her character. It is what it is. But Dragonov is going out there and every week giving like he looks like the dude is about to die at the end of every match, not because he's tired, but because he puts everything into it. And every opponent that he goes against, whether it's mid-card or not, whether he's winning or losing these matches, dude, they're putting on the best matches of the night every freaking Friday.
I think unfortunately they're putting on the best matches of the night every Friday because there's not real things going on with real dope people going against each other. I think that just goes to show why the product is not that great. And I also think talent-wise, you're completely 100% correct. But as far as the belts is what I'm trying to compare, it's the same thing. It's just one group of people that are a bunch of mid people that are basically getting good looks because they're going against Jade over and over and over again, and we're tired of seeing it. And now we're getting the little remnants of, oh, but there's also a side beef with Chelsea and what's her name. So eventually, maybe they'll all mix it up too, maybe, but that's two different belts or whatever. And then it's the same thing with Dragunov. It's the same Fraxium, it's the same DIY, it's mid card people over and over and over. What are they doing? They're making him look good, right? Because they can't do that. They can't have Solo or somebody like with the name lose to a Dragunov like that right now, right? And that's why
It's
they
a
have these mid
mid-card
people
belt.
losing. Yeah, and they're building them
It's
up. They're building up Dragunov, they're building up Jade. But I see half the people super mad and irritated, like, I'm so sick of seeing Jade go against these same people. I'm sick of
Jade
freaking Dragunov going up against the same people. Oh, now he wants to
Jade
fight Champa
has
because he interrupted his match?
Jade has the women's championship. She's not even holding the mid. I'd be happy with Chelsea going up against mid-card people all day. Same
Brother,
thing I am with Dragunov. That's the US champion. It's not a top of the card title. It's a mid-card title. Like
you
who
need
else
to
are they going to
go.
defend it against?
We need to go online in the next episode. We need to go online because we're just going to go tick for tat right now. Tiffany Stratton and Rhea Ripley, they fought like no times while they had their belts. I love them both. They came out every single week, talked a bunch, flirted with fighting the same people. The actual amount of matches they had was very, very little. That's why it's saying a lot. That's why Dragunov looks so good. Because why? One thing, oh my God, you're letting a wrestler wrestle, actually. Number
No,
two,
that's
you're
fair, man.
showing him do it every single week. If they had Tiffany Stratton fighting every week, beating mid carders, she would have looked amazing, and she would have had a lot. Same thing with Rhea Ripley. Rhea crushes it on them, and even then, I love Rhea Ripley, so I don't want to say anything bad about her. I'm gonna skip this portion. But what I'm gonna say is, these people are not fighting. They're not active fighters. So if you just make them active, why are you choosing to make Dragunov active? And maybe I started this in the wrong foot of like what I'm going against. What I'm fighting against, what I'm disagreeing with, is the people that are saying they're tired of seeing Jade versus these people, but they're not tired of seeing Dragunov versus these people. And I think it's a combination of the same people plus the way she's squashing them. But she needs that right now. When she came back to the WWE, they didn't build it up the way that they were supposed to. They had no problem building. Do you think if Jade got to come back the first time, and instead of losing a shit ton of times to Tiffany Stratton, if they just let her do what Dragunov's doing right now, people would love it way more. I just think that they pick and choose when they want to do this, and that irritates the crap out of me. And just like you, a lot of people don't agree with me, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I see the necessity for squash matches. I think that you can throw them in there. I think that she needs to be fighting some people at the top of the card, though. And there's just no one at the top of the card on SmackDown. I think that's the biggest problem right now. You just had Tiffany Stratton go out, and who else do you have? You have no one. Naomi's out on like having a baby. Bianca's still not back. So there's just no one there. They have dropped the ball at moving talent up from developmental. They should have been filling these cards. They just brought up Lash Legend, and then they're sticking her in a tag team division. Um, you just took all the people that were in that could be fighting with Jade and then shuffled them into tag team, which we've already complained about. But why aren't they over there fighting Jade? You can make her look strong by having her have good matches. Dragunov looks strong because he's having long, crazy matches. You can do just as much with that as you can having her go out there and squash a mid-carder. Now, I get it if you're just trying to fill time on the show. You can have that match, Jade go out there and squash Alba Fire. You can have her go out there and squash Meechend. You can have her go out there and squash BFAB. You're going to run out of them. What? We're going to have that next week, and then what? Who is she going to squash next? There's no one there.
But that's again,
Is she
how is
gonna
that her fault? That's
are we gonna
the
have we're gonna have Candice LeRae come out there and get squashed next? Because I wouldn't be surprised if that's who the next beef with Jade is. Like she's just walking around the back room and there's no one else there to try to check her. The only people trying to check her aren't gonna put up a fight.
I just feel like they need to
It's
separate these tag teams, and we could easily find people, bro. Like Alexa Bliss can lose one time. She's already helped Charlotte Flair get over. Zelina can get over and fight one time. Nikki from Wyatt Six can fight one time. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they could it's frustrating to me, and I get the complaints about Jade, but I have the same complaints about other people, and it really just comes down to creative. My problem in 2025 is creative in WWE, and the reason I is my problem is with it is because I came in 2022 when it was so great. And then I got so hyped. And then in 2023, I'm like, I'm a freaking WWE fan again. I don't care. I'm telling everybody. I'm telling all my homies. I'm telling everybody at work, what? You watch WWE? Hell yeah, bro. It's a shit again. Everybody's watching it. And I've just watched every single year since 2023. It's slowly get worse and worse and worse and worse creatively and booking specifically. But I guess this is just the rant episode, bro. I don't even know. We're gonna have to cut me off
yeah,
at
you
some point
could
here.
you can title it just the rant episode.
Yeah.
Uh ranting about the last couple days and this last year in general. But I think rather than focus on the negative, the next one we should just kind of focus on what we liked about it and what we didn't like. We just don't even need to talk about it because it ain't gonna be worth talking about.
Yeah.
It ain't worth hating the show and yet still watching it every week. If we hate it that much, just stop watching.
I mean, I don't know how you feel about your job, but I got to go to that shit every day. No, I'm just kidding, man. Oh man, no, I'm joking. My job's not that bad. But anyways, man, yeah, I guess we should. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on, or should we just end it here now that we have our rant out? We've avoided it for a couple episodes.
Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to touch on anything else, I thought the War Raiders versus Dragon Styles was a pretty good match and it built up New Day again. And I'm hoping while we do have, yeah, more tag teams with the Usos back, I don't think they're going to be back for long. I think we're going to get
Nah,
like a couple
yeah.
weeks, maybe a month out of it. I think if anything, it would be really cool to see the Usos come back before Big Jim goes on maternity leave. He's gonna be out. He want to spend time with his baby. Big Jim's gonna be gone. Jay's gonna be back as a singles. And in the meantime, if they can feud with the New Day a little bit, I think that would be cool because I think the New Day needs elevated back up. I think they used to be one of the best tag teams. I think they still are. They just aren't getting any matches and aren't getting booked the right way. So again, back to the booking. But I think this is a step in the right direction. And I'm hoping that they keep going in that direction. So build up the New Day a little bit. Um, we had Stephanie, Nikki, and Raquel coming for it. Big Mommy Cool coming for that belt. I think that's exciting. I wasn't expecting that. I thought Liv was going to come for it. But instead, looks like she's going to hang out and tag team with Roxanne for a little while, at least. Even though she kind of called her shot at Stephanie in the backstage last week, so I think that's going to cause some tension in the long run. But in the meantime, I'm all for watching Raquel get a good match with Stephanie, since I think Raquel kind of deserves it.
Everybody on Twitter and Reddit's just rolling their eyes at the thought of another Uso versus Uso WrestleMania, which was horrible. And everybody knows that again, right? Everybody, whatever freaking word I said that Gunman
Man,
said,
you're
everybody knows what's gonna
you're
happen,
getting mad at something that hasn't even happened yet. Can I just
bro.
call out
Because it's
that like
what was the
no,
word?
dude, like we gotta focus on what actually happened though. If we just get pissed off at the direction we think the show's gonna go and they're not gonna swerve us, like we're just doing what they want us to do. We've already ranted this whole episode. I
Uh,
wanted to just call out. I thought Jimmy was absolutely fucking hilarious, calling out all the L's that Jay has been taking lately.
that's what didn't make sense to me. I didn't
Just
get that.
listing them off. I thought it was so fucking funny, dude. The crowd was loving it. What was confusing about it? He was just saying that like Jay's been failing. He wants to come back where he's comfortable, come back to know where they thrive. I don't think it's going to last long, and if anything, maybe they lose again, and that's when Jimmy goes off. Jay turns heel. I don't know, man. but I'm not gonna get mad at them people fantasy booking an Uso versus Uso match that we don't even know what's going on yet.
Foregone conclusions, my man. Foregone conclusions. Gunther said it best. Everybody knows what's gonna happen. You're gonna big brother him now. You don't even have your own song when you come out, my guy. You guys don't even have your old tag team music when you come out, my guy.
They
He's the
wanted to
big brother
surprise
now.
people.
And two
I
negatives
mean,
don't equal a
we've been
positive in my
saying
book.
do something with them. We've been saying we don't like Jay as a single. Do we just not want Jay on television? Like, is that it? Because I think you were out there yeeting with everyone else
Hey
at
man, we don't
fucking
talk
War
about that.
Games.
Don't tell the people that in this
Let's
episode, all right?
let's just say you showed up to the show and all of a sudden a couple whiskeys down, you were out there yeeting with the rest of them. You
Bro,
know.
and then
Uh,
In Sacramento, I'm wearing my bright blue Yeet shirt.
So,
Oh,
like, what do we want, man? We want Jay to not be a single star anymore. We want him to go back to tag team. We thought, and we saw the Usos get back together like a couple weeks ago for a little bit, and we were like, hey, that was fun. Let's see the Usos get back together. That's fun to watch, man. This is like one of the best tag teams of all time against one of the other best tag teams of all time. In with Dragon Lee and AJ Styles in the ring, who are also killing it right now. And like, man, that match between AJ Styles and Dragon Lee and the New Day, I still like that was a killer match.
all right.
And like they
Before we
are
close this,
doing positive shit with the New Day currently, and until they start fucking it up, which I'm sure they will eventually, man,
no,
I'm gonna keep being happy. I think it's going to be fun. I do want to call out one more back. It was a vignette. It was another build up with Maxine and Natty. I know you caught that.
yeah.
I thought it just built Maxine up even more. We went from Maxine getting the shit kicked out of her last week to this week, the Maxine being the one doing the shit kicking. So I think that was a cool little 2 week little backstage vignette to show what's going on with the belt since she's not defending it currently, but we have hope that there's going to be something in the future.
Yes. Natalia was tired and bored, bro. I mean, it was so boring. My wife never
Dude,
watches WWE, and she would come in and be
Natty
like,
is going to
bro,
be Natty's
yeah,
going to be exciting, man. I wasn't in it when like so I didn't really watch too much with Natalia or Natty. So when I first started watching, I saw Natalia. She didn't really excite me. Her the way she moved in the ring wasn't like it just wasn't my cup of tea. And then I saw Natty on AAA and I was like, that was way better. Like, I want to see that character. I want to see the one that's like just like going for it. And so I think that's cool that they're going to introduce that. I think maybe there's someone they could introduce into the SmackDowns, uh, go up against Jade, build up Natty, build up Jade, have them go get a big clash. Maybe Jade keeps the belt, maybe she drops it. That'd be cool. There's something I hadn't really thought about before, but that could be something fun if they want to throw someone else up there and give her a good match. But they better not build Natty up just to fucking lose.
I mean, that's what they do with everybody,
Like they
bro.
like to do.
Yeah,
Man, that's what they like to do. For
but
Maxine to get some matches, man. I think they can build her up these couple weeks here with these vignettes, and I think that they can give her a nice little run. Maybe she keeps it to Elimination Chamber. Maybe she keeps it to WrestleMania and gets a cool WrestleMania moment. That would be huge for her. And I think the same thing with Braun Breaker, dude. I have a feeling that Punk's gonna drop that belt again.
yeah, Punk's
I
gonna
don't know,
lose.
man. Or it's gonna get thrown out, or the match gets thrown out, DQ, and Braun gets his big moment at WrestleMania or something. Maybe he gets this match right now. He doesn't win. Punk keeps the belt, and Braun ends up going and winning the Chamber or the Rumble. He can't win them both because LA Knight's got to come back and win one of them, man. I'm still fucking going for this. So I'm gonna end on that.
Yeah, I don't think LA Knight's gonna win crap, but I do think Braun Breaker's gonna beat CM Punk, and then I think it's perfect for CM Punk. Everybody keeps talking on the internet about him going to his old ways or whatever. He'll do that until Elimination Chamber. He'll win Elimination Chamber. Like, I'm back, mother effers. Like, now what? And then I don't know. I'm not going to predict how Braun Breaker's going to lose the belt, but I do think he'll lose it before WrestleMania. Because I think the main events at WrestleMania need to be a little bit bigger, but I could be wrong about that. But either way, for sure, I would say my prediction is Braun Breaker wins. And for sure, my prediction is that CM Punk then wins Elimination Chamber in Chicago. But yeah, man, I guess that's
Yeah,
it. And that's the Rant episode. We will try to be more positive next time. Looking forward to Saturday night main event. I'm gonna drive over and watch it with you, so we'll be having a good time together. Chiefing a little bit, having a talking a little hazy logic together live. That'll be
yeah,
fun.
man.
And then other than that, man, I'm just trying to skate through on to January 5th, bro. After that, because historically this is a slow time in WWE, anyways. Without this whole Cena thing, it'd be like snoozing right now. So it is what it is.
Yeah, we got the Saturday night's main event, and then I mean, that's why I've been so excited for NXT, man. I don't have many of these issues with NXT. NXT is a product that has been moving quickly. The storylines progress quickly. It's all young talent that you look at people and you just see mountains of potential for WWE to squander when they get to the main roster. But it's fun watching them in the starting stages and seeing you just know that in another decade, we're still watching the show that these are going to be the guys that we're bitching about getting buried on the main roster. So
We
yeah,
need to
there's
have
something to
a
look forward to.
we need to have like a couple episodes like the worst things that WWE did this year, and we just shit on them for like 30 minutes. And then we need to have an episode like what are
Just
the
get it out of
best
the
things?
system.
Yeah, and then like what are the best things that they did? Because like, hey man, I think that they've done a really good job with the I'm not gonna get into this whole thing, but they did done a really good job merging these companies. Like Chelsea Green wasn't doing shit a couple of years ago, like nothing at all. And I mean like even for some of these fighters that are not busy in the main card, they're busy. They're doing stuff, they're working with different promotions, and I love that. The whole Natalia thing, working with other people, like it's been good looks. The crossover, I feel like, has been great for WWE and everybody involved.
That's what I'm saying, man. If you want to stop being quite as bitter about the show, you just need to watch NXT. It helps pick up your midweek. After Raw, you get Tuesday and you're like, I don't feel so bad anymore because they kill on NXT fairly consistently. There are some duds here and there. It is what it is, but it's a lot of fun to watch, man. I think you should pick it up.
Hell yeah, man. All right, brother. Well, I'll talk to you later, and I'll see you on Saturday for Saturday night main event. Last John Cena match ever.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll talk on Friday. We gotta see what fresh disappointment awaits us.
Yeah, I forgot about Friday. All right, man. We're done ranting here. Have a good one,
All right,
bro.
man. Catch you later.